swagger, you a fashion. What's cuz, what you know about? What's Velo? Why Barry Lee, your head ringing? Free Vic Mensa, I'm a star, chain swinging. This that music, you can blame Reagan. I'm ball mayin' without paying, y'all playing, we playing. My Himalayan, Gallardo, that's a sacrificial lamb. I'm seasoned Cam, no matter, blam.
Pulling up with the coupe.
Oh my goodness.
Must have done same with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC, and to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And his first look is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
That's the way to hit.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
21. Kill. Check three.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
22. Set. 32. Monday.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a first down throw. Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik McDowell with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start. But a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The drive starts with C.J. Procise. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, they run. Again, it's Procise. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down at Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. And even 50 yards. Stafford on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Stafford, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there from 6 yards away, and the Lions add on to their lead. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's got it, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They start out with a run from Procise. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On second down, Wilson steps away to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. To throw is Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Second down and 4. Here comes the D swarming to the line. On second down, here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Cameron Wake in there for sack number 127 in his great career. Moving in past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A very solid gain of 27. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Throw left side complete. That's Ford. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Big 20, big 20. Set, 180.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down. Now Wilson throwing again. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't. Hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Jeff Locke now, standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On first down, Stafford here. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard, right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw on second down is Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He gets it to Baldwin. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now Wilson on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Castillo. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now Wilson on first down. Lockett with a grab over the middle. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Throwing again here, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw again is Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 92 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Precise on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
To throw on 2nd down, Wilson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Jeff Locke now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here come the Lions now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
play fake here on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Lions on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Waiting. Right there. Tag 50, tag big 20, big 20. Right. Set. Let's go. 189.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. It only took Stafford 90 games to hit 25,000 yards in his career, fastest ever, and he adds to that yardage total there.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has a more confident arm than Matthew Stafford does.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Seahawks on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Jeff Locke now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? For everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On first down, it's Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try and run down here with Procise. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Frank Clark in there. To get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. On first down, again, they go pro-size. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Lions. 54 yards. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards down to the 13.
Nice play call. A little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. And he's got Lockett. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 72 yards. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Play action now. Bridgewater. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Did they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just...
And Ebron's got it. Touchdown, Lions. Eric Ebron from 4 yards out. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Wilson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. In motion, Safarian Jenkins. Third and short, it's pro size. Always got some breathing room. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
It always seems like a lightning bolt when you get a big run on third and inches. But in this case, all the credit has to go to the offensive line. They out-leveraged the defensive front and created a gap for him to get through and create that big-time run.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
22, eyes on 22. Single. Hey, Mike 52. Hang out. Fan.
Here's Wilson to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Cameron Wake in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
19.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The punter lock out there now as he sends it away. And it's taken in at the 9. And he's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Fresh set of downs here. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Prater on to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
To throw is Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Castillo. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On second down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
That's fielded in the end zone. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep him here.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage. So I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Get ready! 180! 180!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Malik McDowell in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. There's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. It's spotted at the 14-yard line. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On first down, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is going to be 3rd and 13. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage. And
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Like everybody nowadays, Hollywood.